multiple years, I was super into politics overall. I binge read Politico till like 2 a.m. and I followed political developments, and soon I narrowed in on the importance of the climate crisis specifically, but I never did anything. And we demand that they do much more to address the water crisis and address the natural disasters that are heat waves.
That's right.
This is only possible with all of us. Only by acting together can we build a movement and effect real change.
Awesome. Absolutely.
That is what we are here to do, and we are not going to stop. Thank you all again for coming out today and bravely standing up. And now let's make sure those politicians up in Phoenix hear us from here. Thank you.
My name is Annabelle Close. I've been involved with climate activism since I was 10 years old, and I've been with AZYCC since I was 13. That's 4 years now. For the generation of my youth, my generation, our generation, it is hard to feel hopeful about your future. It is hard to dream about having a life, all because of that one dooming sentence, climate change. This sentence does not have a question mark. It is not flagged by uncertainty. Climate scientists have been analyzing, experimenting, poking and prodding our future for more than half a century. Instead, there is a period at the end of that sentence, an abrupt end to the world as we know it today. There is no question about that. Climate change will affect every facet of our lives. Every world issue we have will become exponentially worse. There will be floods and tropical storms on a scale never seen before. Drought and famine will touch millions more around the globe. Heat waves will intensify to a point unimaginable, turning southern and central Arizona into an unlivable wasteland by the end of the century. We are the fourth fastest warming state, the third fastest warming city, and we already have the second highest recorded summer temperatures in the world. Wars over water and food will break out. The ecosystems around us will have a total collapse, a process that has already started today. In Asian coastal cities, their homes are washed away by rapidly rising sea levels. Desertification eats up farmland in Africa. There's an even greater hunger crisis. Our politicians already seem to have a problem with immigrants coming to this country. What will they do with the millions who are displaced by climate-related disasters? Problems have been identified. The solutions have been laid out. The politicians still turn the other way. We have been giving warning after warning for the past few decades. Messages that have been, for the most part, entirely ignored. There is no more time for warnings. We need action now. Our policymakers and business leaders have our lives in their hands, the lives of the children I babysit, and the lives of all future generations to come, and yet they are careless. They care more about making a quick buck, keeping the top 1% happy than the fate of our country's children. They are blinded by greed and power, blind to the tidal wave of catastrophe that is coming at us at this very moment. Promises and flimsy legislation. We need firm and substantial action. We need justice for Mother Earth, and we need it now. As Greta Thunberg said, the eyes of all future generations are upon you, and if you choose to fail us, I say we will never forgive you. I wish when I thought about my future, I could feel anything other than dread. Dread for our people, dread for our children, dread for our planet. For years, I felt as I could do nothing but stare at a blank wall and wait for that sentence to come. I will not wait anymore. I want to be able to breathe for the first time in 5 years. I want action, real action. I want our senators and representatives to rise up in their seats as one and do something. The young people of Arizona, the United States, and the world demand that our politicians get their acts together and start putting climate change mitigating policies at the top of their agendas, get them passed into law. And to the senators and representatives of Arizona, you have our lives in your hands, and I beg of you to stop handling them so poorly. Time is running out. We have the data, we have the solutions, and there has never been a better time for change. Thank you.
And I'm sure that's why many of you are here today. From the numerous AC breakdowns throughout the summer, to even hearing of people who are fainting on the sidewalk, who are getting third-degree burns from our sidewalks. This is the time We need to demand action. I remember growing up hiking throughout rural Illinois. I enjoyed the forests and the lakes. I went kayaking and camping during each school break, but especially in the summer. But now the summers are too hot. That's why I got into climate policy. We need our representatives to start representing us. We need them to stop ignoring our solutions. We need them to address the bodies that have been killed from climate change, a number that is only rising. And that is done by creating renewable energy within our city, within our state, and within our nation. That is done by decarbonizing the energy sector. But most importantly, that is making sure that our state stays livable, not only for us, but for our future. Thank you.
We want to see taken, but I also want to talk to you about the action we have already taken, the successes we have felt, because the climate movement is not new. It has been developing and growing for decades. As young people here today in the Arizona Youth Climate Coalition and UAZ we are already asking and succeeding to get climate emergencies declared by people like the mayor. We are asking universities to divest from the millions of dollars they have invested. Single one of you to believe in youth activism. Believe in the power of young people to make change for the future, because we have already proven ourselves. We have showed you that when we mobilize, when we work together, change is possible. Change is inevitable. Youth across this city, this state, and this country are fighting for all of our futures today. So believe us and support us. And only then, working together as young, old, middle-aged, from every single walk of life, can we defeat the climate crisis.